Hello, this is video number 2, and tonight I'm going to talk to you about your planning. So you finished planning your topic, and you've decided what your topic's going to be about, and that it's just the right size. So now it's time for you to start thinking about what are you going to write about. So I wanted to show you a plan that you're going to use next. The plan is a half multi-flow, and what you're supposed to do with this is that you're supposed to come up with your topic here, and then these are supposed to be your details. So what's important about this is that this one is about your introduction, okay? And your introduction, we're not going to start with this one. First off, after your introduction, you have to have paragraph number 1, paragraph number 2, paragraph number 3, and you have to have your conclusion. Okay? So, as you're trying to do your planning, the question is, how do you plan like this? Well, first off, you have to think about what you're going to say. So, let's say I was going to have a topic about Michael Jordan. And here are some of the ideas that I came up with when I was brainstorming about Michael Jordan. First off, he works hard. Secondly, he's really good at free throws. Thirdly, he's really good at dribbling. Okay, here's another one. I think it's funny when he's dribbling how good he is at it, because he often breaks the ankles of the people that are trying to block him or make him so that he can't, dribble past them. So these are all the things I know about Michael Jordan from watching him for years. And if I decided when I was making my plan to say Michael Jordan is good at free throws, then the only thing this paper can be about is him making free throws. So I have to make this reason right here be something that I can talk about for all these things. So what if instead of saying that he's good at doing free throws, what if I said Michael Jordan is a good athlete? And here are the reasons why I think he's a good athlete. Number 1, he does a really good job at free throws. Number 2, he's really good at dribbling the basketball. And I know when he's dribbling the basketball, he breaks the ankles of his opponents. So there's 3 thoughts right there, all about Michael Jordan being an athlete. Well, I have a 4th thing now because I have so many ideas that can go underneath that. I know that he works really hard to be a great athlete. So coming up with your idea over here, first you have to think of what do you want to say, and then you're able to come up with your topic here. Let's try another topic, okay? Here's another one. Mother Teresa is our topic this time, okay? Mother Teresa. So, here are some things I know about Mother Teresa. Number 1, she gave money to the poor, okay? I know that she had 2 pairs of sandals, and she gave one of them to a stranger that didn't have any shoes. I know that she became a nun because she was interested in helping other people. I also know she spent her free time going around asking for donations to help the poor. And lastly, I know she wasn't afraid to be around sick people because she went and she cared for them all the time. So, how do I put these thoughts into a paper about Mother Teresa? Well, once I come up with all my ideas, I have to group ideas together. So, for example, give money to the poor. That would be an idea that would be together with she only had 2 pairs of sandals. She gave one away. So, here's 2 ideas that I just came up with in my brainstorming. And let's see, what do they say about Mother Teresa? Well, they say Mother Teresa was generous. And why was she generous? Because she did these things. So I'm going to have to come up with another idea. How do I come up with that other idea? Well, I could do research on the computer about Mother Teresa. And I could see if I could come up with another idea about it, about Mother Teresa and what shows that she's generous. Generous means that things that you have, you're willing to give to other people if they need it more than you. So that's one thought. So, research. How do you research? Google search is probably the best one, Google for Kids. And you would type in Mother Teresa, maybe generosity of Mother Teresa. If you put those in quotation marks, it looks up articles that are about that. And it will help you find things. All right, so let's go back to our ideas that we have that are left on this piece of paper. So it says, she spent her free time talking to people about helping the poor, was not afraid to be around sick people, and she became a nun so she could help someone. So these are the ideas that are left. So these are the details I know. So how do I come up with a reason? Well, here's a great idea. How about this? Mother Teresa was self-sacrificing. That means she did things for other people, and even if it meant that it wasn't something that she exactly wanted, or that she needed to do in order to have a healthy life, she did it for other people because she cared about them, and that's what kind of person she was. So I have 3 ideas here, and so I might have enough ideas to be able to write this paragraph. Again, if I don't, because, you know, a paragraph has to be at least 5 sentences. If I don't have enough ideas, once again, I would go to Google and I would do a search about Mother Teresa, and I would find out what are some other things she did to be self-sacrificing. In other words, that she did for other people, but and never expected anything in return. She just did it because she cared about other people and caring about being a good person. Okay? All right. So now I have an idea for you. I gave you some details, and we worked to the, well, it's called a global reasoning. Why it's called a global reasoning, I have no idea. I prefer to call it a key fact because it's like the key fact reason over all the details you're giving. Okay? All right, here's an idea. What if we did it the other way? Well, what if we were trying to do some brainstorming and we have a global reason? Why is it important that you learn to read? Okay? Well, let's see. Can you think of any reasons why it's good and important to learn to read? Well, whatever details you can think of, they would go in this blank. But here, I'll give you 3. Here are 3 great reasons to learn to read. Number 1, someday you're going to be old, just like me, and you're going to have to read a medicine bottle. And if you can't read the medicine bottle, you might take too much medicine and overdose, and that could, you know, bring you to an end. Second, you need to read the signs along the highway because some of the signs warn you against danger. Like, for example, a bridge could be out or something, and if you didn't know how to read, you wouldn't be able to know that that was saying that the bridge was out, and you might get into a car crash. Let's see. You might also like to travel someday, and maybe you want to read a book about another country. And in the book, it's going to tell you about the safe places to go and the safe things to do. Because believe you me, there's some places that are safe and there are some places that aren't. And before you travel, you need to know what those are. So why do I need to read? Well, you come up with your ideas. What are some good reasons why you have to learn how to read? If you come up with your ideas and you put them in these boxes, then you have your global reason of this is the reason why I need to learn how to read, and you have reasons that are down on your side. Okay, here's another thought for you. Why is autumn my favorite season? Okay, well, let's see. Everywhere you look, the trees have leaves that are blazing with colors. And so that's one detail. Red apples, bright orange pumpkins, purple pansies, they're all growing across the landscape. Everything's so pretty with color. And those colors make me happy. The harvest moon comes, and sometimes in the sky, it's a gigantic orange ball in the sky. It's so beautiful. So I can think of a couple more. Number 1, it's football season, and I love to watch my son play football. Number 2, my husband and I got married. And the reason why we got married during the fall was because we loved all the pretty colors of the leaves, and just the weather temperature. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right. So anyways, so now I came up with a whole bunch of great details that would all go over here. And over here, I would say autumn is my favorite season. So that would be my global reason. Okay, so I've gave you a lot of ideas on how to come up with global reasons. You have two ways to do it. Number one, you can either come up with your ideas and put them on sticky notes or on pieces of squares, papers, of all the ideas you can think of. And then later you can cut the squares apart and you can organize them next to, well, this is going to be my first paragraph, and the topic, the key idea at the top would be my global reason, my key global reason. Okay, that would be at the top of my paper, and then I would put all my squares underneath it. And then I would be able to see really quick ones that I had to do some research to find or ones I had to make up. Remember, shh, no one's going to know, but sometimes you have to do it. Okay, so you can do it that way, or you can work the other way. Come up with your global reasons across the top, and then put all your details underneath. Doesn't matter how you do it, bottom line is 3 global reasons, 3 details and examples under each reason, under each reasons, I'll spit it out. Anyways, time for you to do your planning part.